How does a fully stacked King Groot operate in Incursions? Yes, we're doing a video on this one. You might be living under a rock to realise over the past few years, before the buff and after the buff, I'm a pretty big fan of the champion King Groot. And I do strongly suggest if you can 200 signature and awaken, maybe using a cosmic awakening gem versus say a generic, but you do you at the end of the day, get him up to 200 signature. That signature ability is going to be fantastic, especially when it comes to the key thing that I love about the champion is survivability. But also the champion has some pretty meaty amounts of fury gain and also a good extent of poison damage if you rotate around the SP2. There's also burst damage in that one. And there's also armor break off of the SP1. The Furies as well shrug off some debuffs. So he's kind of a well-rounded, really cool champion that I think a lot of people do actually love and enjoy. Or I'm going to force you to love and enjoy. But with all that being said, I wanted to try this champion out with two champions in particular. The first one being Galen. And Galen can make any kind of champion that's a cosmic champion a herald of Galen or Galactus, a herald. The herald ability doesn't necessarily apply to King Groot, it's just handy to be there to add some extra utility interactions, like having the 7% resistance to all damaging debuffs for each victory. And do bear in mind there will come times when you've got King Groot taking damage and he might be in the rotation of regeneration versus fury, so he can't shrug off some of the effects, but at least have something there that's handy. Also, reduce potency of power burn effects by 100%, so it's handy against certain situations or certain interactions of champions. And also, after 2+ victories, heralds become unblockable when launching a special attack into an opponent's block. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could be handy with that. I also wanted to pair this champion up with Odin to have the 3 cross-fight abilities from the pre-fight, which is having the Thundershock, which is to have that aptitude buff, Fury mainly, but if any other buffs come from anything like a buff cornucopia, that could be really effective. We've also got some other ones as well, the indefinite protection buff and also the shock resist buff. Not necessarily the most important things because we want to be on the front foot for damage. And here's the thing, pairing up the champion with all that particular stuff and also some of the new hacks that we get was quintessential and fun. So let's roll some of the footage of the fun. So first of all, kicking off things is setting up the champion thusly. First thing is setting up the champion with the pre-fights from Odin, which you can see which is being done on screen right now. And then it's a case of, right, well, you know, get those 2 victories with Galen and then kind of like just adding that cosmic seed on. And at maximum victories, you can just see like some better stuff with damage. Now, it's not really kind of the greatest first test. We're going to see some better stuff when it comes to hacks. I'm going to make a video at some point about some of the best hacks and best kind of things for danger rooms, because look, I enjoy danger rooms, but it does change the extent of what to expect when you play Incursions next month, because it won't be the same. Those first initial hacks you get off the certain rooms that you're meant to get are really god tier, and you're not going to get that when Incursions comes back in its form. But in any case, doom and gloom aside, I'm just focusing on how much I'm enjoying this month, and especially with just playing about with different champions. I love using relics with this particular Incursion. Oh my god, I can't believe I said I love using relics. But I love the kind of chaining in with the stun. It means I can get as aggressive as possible when it comes to like how I play in my particular play style. So I really like that, which you can see with it. But yeah, I wanted to use a relic with this just because of the extent of how you can build up the things like the degeneration. So we've got that particular degeneration effect, which is the power lock, and then you just do like certain attacks. First of all, you do a heavy attack, you get the power control or the power lock, you know, the knockdown, and then it's a case of like kind of flooding in with the parry heavies and stuff like that. Impact Purge is my new kind of like thing to use, which you're going to see towards the latter point of these particular clips. But in any case, I love the rotation and I love the damage that's the potential with King Groot and what it can do with the interacting, especially when it comes to survivability. Survivability with champions is very important to me, especially again, like mistakes happen, issues happen, and I want to find that I've got one of those get out of jail free cards. By the way, that's lovely ticks of damage that have 5k, but we're going to see more with it in a second. We're going to see a lot better than that. But yeah, the get out of jail free card. What's that all about, Richard? Well, getting yourself out of trouble. You can see on screen right now, I'm at 30% health. Not great. And also the enemy champion has got this kind of indestructible, which I'm like, hang on a minute, let's keep this champion on it, because I'm going to be able to smack this champion in a minute, and it's going to like do lots of damage, and it's going to be like, well, great, fantastic, but at the same time, I could heal back a lot of my health if I just bothered to just chill back and kind of just interact with that indestructible being there. You can see on screen, like, you know, now we're back up to like 60% health. Fantastic, great to see. But it's not ideal. I do need to do that, which is the intercept. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like feats of something. Or aegis, something aegis on it. Any case, like, doesn't matter. The point is trying to keep that on as long as possible, just so that I can not overpower and damage the champion, so I can get my regen, which you can see on screen. Again, we've ticked in my rotation. At a certain point when you lose Furies, you will be able to kind of go to a regeneration mode, which I'm doing right now. And I'm not doing my parry heavy, which will be the degeneration, which I should be looking to do. I mean, now is a good opportunity. But in any case, that fight was done. Regeneration was what I was trying to point at in that particular segment of footage. You're going to see in these last kind of clips the rotation of parry heavies, and especially to start getting and spamming a lot of degenerations. It was a good little micro intercept right there. But yeah, in these last few kind of clips, you're going to see what I wanted to achieve. And that is getting survivability from this champion. It's rotating around the hacks really effectively. And it's just doing a lot of damage. So parry, heavy. And then we're going to try it again. We're going to go for another parry, heavy. 4 degens there, stacking nicely. Parry, heavy. 7 degens right there. Parry, heavy. And it's still on 6, but it doesn't really matter because like we're reapplying this stuff really nicely and getting a nice, consistent, quick, and that's the thing, quick rotation. I've got Impact Purge, which allows you to, I think it's the hack I'm referring to, where you're able to nullify a debuff, and if you do that, you get 2 degeneration effects. Now, stacked in with what I'm doing in my rotation, based on that really meaty hack that you pick up at the start of certain rooms, man, it is just like getting me through just so much at the moment. And I'm figuring out the best team that's going to work for me with Sector 6. I'm coming up with a few suggestions, especially to kind of do the rotations. But when you got to do stuff like that, look at those ticks of damage right there. And it's just like what I did with the Mr. Sinister. Kind of think this might be a bit better than Mr. Sinister. I need to kind of like try a 6-star rank 3 version. But I think for playability, I might go with King Groot. Last 2 bits of clips right now just to showcase this fantastic and really enjoyable kind of rotation. And yeah, as I said, I'll do like which hacks I'm currently using in Incursions video. Probably sometime next week, as I need to take a print screen and kind of put it a bit tightly. But look at that degen damage. It is stripping out like just an excessive amount. First of all, Impact Purge there, it nullified that armor up that the champion had, and then it's a case of parry heavy, stack and rotate. Oh, that is just too good. There we go. Like, I'm having a lot of fun this month with doing the Incursions, but as you know, a lot of us have learned, it's like it's something for people that enjoy it, but then if you don't enjoy Incursions, this could be a bit problematic. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself, and I think that's kind of like something that screams through with the content that I'm making. Just showcases that I'm having a bit of fun with making videos on champions and just finding. I mean, I tried out Massacre the other day with a synergy and just interaction with the Valkyrie relic, and I'm actually having a good time with that. So that might be a video topic that I kind of do. And you might see a few of these type of videos throughout the month whilst we've still got the danger rooms. But yeah, whilst I'm having a bit of fun, like I think it's important to share it and yeah, just showcase that yeah, it's good vibes all around. So that's really been the video. That's been it. That's a stacked King Groot. And maybe I could have used a different type of synergy, because what I should have really explained is that I did relax on a certain synergy that was kind of like assisting him. That was Sasquatch. And also, yeah, Mole Man. Mole Man was there in order to improve the duration of poisons and armor breaks. To be honest, I didn't really need to do it, and maybe I could have done Crossbones in with that one at a later date, or using a Heimdall synergy in order to maximize a bit more damage output. But in all actuality, like I should have really gone for, I think it's the Man-Thing and Sasquatch synergy. First of all, Sasquatch is in because of start the fight with Malice grants an additional Fury buff and 30% Fury buff potency. That really helped, and that was kind of like a good run right there. And from a Man-Thing perspective, I think that particular synergy. As I just skip past him, there he is. Let's just see. Maybe I could have used that one instead, but you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. But yeah, Malice grants 2 additional Fury buffs, so maybe it would have been better to use that. I don't know, but in any case, had a good time with it. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all very soon in the next Incursions-based video with fun, funky champions to use.